Hi, I'm Senator Rich Funke, and I hope you had a great weekend. Let's take a look back at last week in Albany and our 55th District. If you travel through Penfield, you've noticed the new traffic light up and running on Route 250 at the entrance to the East Side Y and Wickham Farms. It's going to flash yellow for a couple of weeks to get everybody acclimated to the intersection, but it will work like a normal light soon to improve traffic flow and safety through that stretch. And I want to thank Supervisor LaFountain, Y President Rommel, and all who brought the need to my attention, and I am so happy that we are able to make it happen. We've all seen the damage done by violent parolees in our region. Too many criminals have slipped through the cracks of a broken system to harm our families. Recently, I questioned the Commissioner of Community Corrections in Albany, and last Monday, I toured the Rochester Metro Parole Office to talk with state and local parole officials to learn more about the day-to-day operation and what's being done to solve the problems we've had recently. We need to get our police and parole officers the tools they need to keep absconders and parole violators under the watchful eye of law enforcement. I want to thank Senator Tom O'Mara and my colleagues on the Senate Task Force on Heroin and Opioid Addiction for hosting a public forum in Penn Yan last Wednesday. The scourge of heroin and opioids is frightening. It knows no geographic, social, or economic bounds. We have to work together to find solutions in terms of both treatment and prevention. And that's a priority for me and for many fellow lawmakers this legislative session. Last Thursday, I voted for and the Senate passed legislation to crack down with stricter penalties for those caught intentionally abandoning our four-legged friends. There's no excuse for animal abuse. You can learn more about this bill by searching for S410 in the legislation portal at nysenate.gov. It was a privilege to meet the latest additions to the Veterans Wall of Honor and the first ever additions to the Veterans Wives Wall of Honor at the Brookdale home in Fairport on Friday. These men and women served their country and our community with honor and integrity, and it was my pleasure to be able to spend some time with them. I saw some old friends at the Irondequoit Chamber of Commerce monthly meeting, where I offered an update on what's been going on in Albany. Also, thank you to the Finger Lakes Regional Economic Development Council for offering another progress update for our area. It'll continue to be all about jobs in Monroe and Ontario counties for me this year. And finally, thanks to President Fran Weisberg and her team on the Anti-Poverty Initiative at the United Way for dropping by my Albany office to provide an update on their important work last week. A reminder, there is still time to sign my petition to clean up Albany. Real term limits and stripping taxpayer-funded pensions from corrupt politicians would go a long way. So to sign on, visit my website at funke.nysenate.gov. Have a great week. I'm Rich Funke.